Hello. I hope you've all had a fantastic break and a fantastic new year, or start to the new year. I know it's been a very long time since I've been around. There has been a lot going on with family and things, so I really wanted to come along today and do a quick video. Now, I actually don't have a craft space, and I'll explain more about that as I go through this video. But basically what I do have access to is my Mac and a few things, you know, one ink pad, some glue, some scissors. So basically I've been able to create some digital kits. I've got several kits to come out, but I have four in particular that I want to show you today. This first one, I've cut them out. Basically, these are watercolour toadstools. They are super cute. I'm not going to show you the whole kind of kit, but they are in my Etsy store. I mean, look at that, so cute. They are in my Etsy store, or they will be by the time this video goes out. I think there are 5 pages. Each page has 4 journaling cards on. So that's the first kit, and basically I've just printed these and cut them out. So that's the first kit. Kit 2, 3 and 4 are what I am calling my mini Matchbox Minis. I have a few more of these kits kind of underway because I think they look really quite cool together. I have printed this onto it's a heavyweight paper, and it's just an ivory, so it's not printed best quality. This is part of one kit. Now this particular kit has 2 pages. It has the plain template, and it also has a slightly embellished template. This particular one is the Ephemera kit. I will show you the difference in the print quality when you print them on a better quality paper. So you've got a choice of 2 drawers as such, 2 Matchbox covers. They all come with a plainer version and a more decorated version, so you can pick and choose which one you use. Obviously, if you bought this particular kit, you've got the plain template as well, so you could completely decorate that how you wish. So I will cut this one out, and I'm going to use the decorated one, so I'm not going to use that. I'm going to use the label with the word on. I'm not going to use the plain one. So I'm going to cut this out and, well, I'll probably tell you about my little story, or part of my story. Part of it's not mine to tell, so I'm not going to tell you that. Basically, I have had a never-ending cough and cold, and I suffer from asthma, as you know. So I have been quite poorly off and on, just with coughs and colds and bad asthma. Things weren't really that wonderful. And of course, when you're coughing and sniffing and sneezing and blowing your nose every 5 minutes, it's very difficult to do a video. On top of other things that were going on. Oops. So a little while before Christmas, we decided, because we work in the dining room, I was going to pack most of my desk up, and we were going to make space for having the dining table out in full over the Christmas period, obviously, like you do. And when we moved my desk and packed up all of my things, we found an absolutely awful damp problem and mold problem behind my desk and on the floor. So that kind of accounted for this never-ending cough, cold and asthma that I had. So we've had to go another step further, and we have to have some quite a lot of work done. But at the same time this was happening, I was finding it really difficult to breathe. So finally got to the doctor's a couple of days after Christmas and had a small kind of, well, inflammation between my collarbone and rib, but also caused by the constant cough and cold and sniffing, a hairline fracture. So it was very painful. It's still not, you know, still not perfect, but I can do a few things now, so that's great. And I've been driving the last couple of days a bit further, so that's good. But yeah, it was quite fun, all because of this constant cough and cold that I'd had. But the good news is, hopefully we start this year off with all the work done, and I should not have such long periods of absence, because I shouldn't have an everlasting cough and cold any longer. So that's where I've been. So I apologise for constantly being absent, but you know, look on the bright side. New year, new room. Well, it will be eventually, and lots of videos hopefully. So that's basically the base, the drawer template. Now it doesn't really matter which one of these you cut, but you do need to cut one of these lines, and you need to match them all the way round. So I'm going to cut here on the small side. It really doesn't matter which one you do. I just find it a little bit easier to put together if I cut the small side. Like so. And then it's just a case of making your folds. So I have on the template, I did ink it, so it should be fairly easy. Now I don't have my scoreboard and I don't have a bone folder, and I'm kind of having to do this by eye, but you do need to fold these fairly accurately, because if you don't fold it accurately, your drawer may be too big to go in and out of the cover of the box. So that's that side done. Yeah, anyway, I'm not telling you all this, so yeah, anyway. Sorry. The other thing is that yeah, I did have to take some medication for the pain, and I was completely away with the fairies, gotta say. Completely away with the fairies when I wasn't sleeping. So I've now stopped those, which is why I can actually string a sentence together to be able to talk to you today. So it's much better, and the work, obviously everything's been cleaned, and the work starts on Friday. So I probably won't be around for a video, even a fairly simple video, for a while, because we're going to be in even more upheaval than we are now. So that's all those folded, like so. Now this one, again, I'm going to fold it along those lines. And what I'm doing is, when I get the kind of crease started here, I'm just going to hold that so this is nice and flush, and then I'll just make that crease. And this one, now on the template, one of the ends is a lot paler than the other, and that's the where the glue is applied, and it is slightly shorter than the other side, so if you glued the wrong edge, your box won't go together very well. And these are just, you know, this is just for storage, and obviously I'll show you the rest of the kit. You're probably wondering why on earth I'm doing a Matchbox at the moment, but that's the, you know, I've been working on these for a little while, and I'm just going to kind of reinforce those folds by folding the Matchbox into place. So like I said, these ones that are printed, it's easy to see because one of the sides does not have as much pattern, and it's much paler, and I'll show you one of the other kits in a moment. So like I said, this is the largest kit in as much as there are two Matchbox templates, because it's the one with the blank template if you wanted a blank template, and it's Ephemera, so it's pretty basic in terms of what's in the kit, but there are more pages in this one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay this down, get that into place, No craft mat. No, nothing. I'll tell you what, it's kind of going back to the old days when I didn't really have much in the way of craft stuff anyway, and it's amazing you can still do things. Maybe not as much, but you can still do things. So that is the actual drawer compartment, or the outer box. Now I haven't actually glued that right to the very edge. You probably do want to glue it fairly close to the edge. And I'm going to ink around here, like so, on that side. Oops, I overdid it on the ink there. And then I'm going to just ink these extra edges. Quite to make that quite dark. So, oops. This time, I'm going to fold those in. We'll do one side at a time. So the first thing I'm going to do is just glue these little flaps, and you do want to get to the crease fairly well, this crease. Okay, then I'm going to hold the box kind of together, use my fingers to line it up, and just glue those flaps in place. I mean, there are loads and loads of uses for these matchboxes. The idea was for storage, and we'll do this side, and like I said, that crease is the most important bit. You want that glued. I know they're probably, once you've got the matchbox cut out, it's probably self-explanatory how to put them together, but I wanted to do a little video just because I haven't done one for so long. It's really nice to actually be back, and things are, you know, improving. So I'm going to pop that down, fold those backwards just for now. So now what I'm going to do is glue this side flap. I'm going to lay it down and just fold that flap into the matchbox. Now, temporary bone folder. And just glue that down like so. I'll do the same this side. Oops. And then along here. And then that goes in there. So just, you know, takes a minute or two to put these together, but they're quite simple. Okay. You can ink all the flaps. I mean, the inside of the box is not going to be perfect. You could obviously line the inside with papers if you want it to be, you know, if you wanted to put a piece of paper all the way round. I've obviously, the first template I made, I don't know if I've got a copy of it here, no. This was the second one. Well, actually, this would probably take about 40 because the template for this took me ages. You know, the sides didn't match, and then the back and the top. I made this bit the same as the size I made this bit, so they didn't actually fit inside each other. So it took a while to get the template right. But initially, I hadn't angled these corners, and it just did not fit together very well. So there are small gaps at the corner, but you can obviously cover those up if you wish. So, yep, I did ink it, just checking. So, I'm just going to put a little bit of ink still. Okay, and then that's a bottom of the box. And again, you could use this as a template and make one from craft card if you wish, but then there's your little box. And it's a pretty neat little box after many attempts. Okay, so this will go in there, like so. And this is the little ephemera set that goes into this particular Matchbox. So there's flashcards. I haven't cut the corners off these, but there are little bits to cut the corners off, you know, backs of envelopes, a few photographs, some ledger paper, tickets, just a few various bits and pieces of mini ephemera. And there are 2 pages of ephemera with this particular kit. The other kits only have 1. So these will just tuck, they'll tuck into your Matchbox like so. Okay, now this is the label of this one. I'm going to have it on that side. And there is the little Matchbox. Okay, so inside this one I have my ephemera. I'm going to show you the printed page of the other one, or one of the other ones. They are both, this one is, as you can see, this is obviously the ivory heavyweight paper. This is a proper matte photo paper. So you can see the quality of the print. So again, it comes with a plainer box lid and a decorated box lid and the images. So that's the ephemera one. This is the floral one. And in this set, there's only 1 page of ephemera for this set. Might as well undo that all together. And they are floral watercolour flowers. Absolutely gorgeous. I love them. I love them. And I probably will do a larger kit like I did with the toadstools, because they're just so cute, and they fit in there perfectly. And you could, if you wanted to use this for storage, you could print 3 or 4 pages of the ephemera off and they will fit in there. So, and that one says floral. And then this one, this is my favourite, the little toadstools. And in this set there is again 1 page, and these are kind of muted toned toadstools. They're the same and more. There are more in this set. I think there are 18 little toadstool labels in this set, and there are 18 watercolour flowers. I'm not sure how many pieces of ephemera there are in the ephemera kit, but there are 2 pages of ephemera, so they will stack, and then you can see what's in each of your boxes. So like I said, I do actually have more of these on the go, but yeah, I really like them. I'm quite happy with how these turned out. So that's my little Matchbox Minis. Thank you so much for watching. I really do wish you all an absolutely fantastic 2020. New year, new decade. I think we have an opportunity to do some really great stuff. a few things that I need to mention, which I should have written down and I can't remember. So I'll probably be writing that down so I can tell you in another video, or at least put it onto my Facebook group. I want to just say a massive thank you to everyone in my Facebook group for being so patient with me. I have had lots of messages saying, where are you? So, you know, thank you so much for that. I also want to say a massive thank you to Sophie from China, who has sent me a box of amazing things, but I have not had a chance to go through that properly as yet. Yeah, I will see you all again really soon. Bye.